What's the channel name? Michael.
What's up?
What's the channel name?
All right, guys.
What?
So, welcome to episode number 1. This is the Speakeasy, gentlemen. So right now it's just me, Jessica, and Pierce. I think every week we're gonna have somebody else new on here to just get through and talk. So basically, what we're doing is we're all, us two are brothers, and then that's our sister down there. So we live far away. We all started in California. Right now, I live in Washington. Jessica lives in Nevada, and Pierce over here lives in. Oh, I accidentally pointed at Jessica for the brother. And, Pierce lives in Arizona, so we're just we get together, talk, and we decided to put it up on YouTube because we have a bunch of crazy antics we get into. So,
Crazy.
do you guys want to say anything about yourselves before we get started? Talk and
I am Cornholio. Somebody's got feedback on their TV.
Okay, I think my TV's on.
We're good. We're good.
But that's all I had to say about myself.
I am.
Is that you have
All right.
feedback?
That was
we got our chat going on. Crazy fans. I still hear feedback.
I think it's on Jessica's.
I don't have feedback.
So we got our chat. We got our chat queued up. So yeah, if you guys
Smooth
say
sailing
anything
from here on.
you guys, any new subscribers we get, we'll also mention it on here.
Yeah, and I don't know if you just mentioned it, but feel free to use the live chat. We'll be reading everything. I saw that Michael Garza says hi. Hello,
Hi,
Garza.
Michael.
Michael Garza, is he off camera right now and still says hi?
No.
All right, so what's gonna happen
Michael,
is every week we're gonna share a drink with each other. Normally we're gonna take turns rotating. And have I'm gonna choose. Everyone's gonna get one. But for this week it's BYOB. I didn't see what Jessica showed. What do you have?
No, nothing. I accidentally almost died.
Jacob says, "Is this the Krusty Krab?"
I wish it was a Krusty Krab. I'm a little hungry.
All right, so anyway, every week we're gonna have a drink with each other. Normally we're gonna take turns choosing the drink. Everyone's gonna go out and grab it. But this week we brought our own. Jessica has Arizona iced tea because she wants to feel closer to Pierce over in Arizona. But I have Stella Artois. That's my drink of choice this week.
I am doing Asahi. Oh, my camera is mirrored, so you can't read it.
Is that a Japanese beer?
Yes. It is.
I thought you said you were
I'm glad
drinking
nobody saw that.
wasabi.
It is a super dry.
I was waiting for
Japanese
someone to
beer.
yell at me
For what?
for opening the. Never, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm about to tell myself. So I actually drink Asahi. I go and drink sushi. I go and eat sushi, and when I get sushi, I get a tall Asahi and I get a small hot sake.
Hot sake.
But Pierce said he doesn't even eat sushi. Do you know that?
I don't eat sushi. I don't like.
Pierce, what's
seafood.
wrong with you?
Many things, but one of them is that I don't eat sushi. I just don't like
That's
the
a major
taste.
problem. You know,
Have you
one
tried
positive about not eating sushi is that you'll never have a tapeworm. So prepare to hold on to the LBs that I will get lost because of the wonderful tapeworms that I'll eat in that sushi.
I've been eating sushi forever and I don't have a tapeworm.
Are you sure?
So, geez, I wish I remembered this. I just heard it today, actually. That studies show that drinking beer, you save like. What are you laughing for?
My cat just pooped on the middle of the floor and then tried to cover it up with non-existent litter. Oh god, that's gross.
It's like, you didn't see this. That wasn't
So-
me.
So your cat pooped in the floor, thinking that there was litter around it, and just buried it in nothing.
Yeah, and my other cat's about to eat it. Can somebody go clean that?
It was just
Oh shit! She's trying to cover it.
Don't show!
Yeah, show us. I want to see.
Okay, this is happening. My cat is currently trying to to cover
I could see it moving its
the
paw.
poop. Not sure if you were able to see that.
Yeah, I saw.
Ugh, it's gross.
That's Gypsy, huh?
Sure
That's a
is.
cat.
Oh, so Jacob asked. I don't know why I keep calling him Pierce. Jacob asked if I told you guys how much sushi we had. So one time, me, Jacob, and Julian went to the sushi restaurant, and God, I don't remember. I know I spent around $80, and we added it all up, and I think we had like 70 rolls, like 70 pieces of sushi, not
Jesus.
70 rolls, but between the three of us, we ate like 70 pieces of sushi. Jacob, correct me if I'm wrong on that number, but I'm pretty sure it was 70.
You probably needed 70 rolls of toilet paper after that.
Gracious.
It's not even bad. I don't know what you're talking about. You need to give it a shot.
It's delish.
Which one is it?
I just don't want any tapeworms, as I've heard.
You know, so I'm not sure if you guys watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but they were talking about eating a tapeworm, you know, as I was watching today.
They
Like
still
as a
have that
delicacy?
show?
Or
Sorry?
eating it on accident or as like a delicacy?
No, on purpose. It's not a delicacy. It's a weight loss supplement.
I didn't even know they still have that show. Jacob says $65. So I was a little bit off. It's $65 or 65 rolls. I mean, not $65. Anyway, we have a debate, a heated debate going on at work. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but I want to get your guys' input on this. So you guys watching, I'm going to read the comments. There's this guy, Jessica. Do you know who this guy is? Patton Oswalt. You know who he is?
Nope.
So he did the voice for Remy for Ratatouille. You know Ratatouille.
Yep.
He does the voice of the mouse. But I'm sure, like when Pierce puts it up, you'll know who he
I
is.
just
Like
put
you'll
it up
know,
as you said it.
you know what this guy looks like. So take a look at the YouTube channel, at the YouTube feed. I mean,
He was in
Pierce
King of
put it up.
Queens too.
King of Queens, yeah.
That's where I know him
he's
from.
In he's in a lot of stuff. Someone at my work knows him from Agents of Shield. But Pierce, I still don't see it up there yet.
Yeah, I forgot to send it over.
So, anyway, this guy at work says that Josh looks like Patton Oswalt, and we were in the break room, and he was like saying like, "No, your kid looks like Patton Oswalt," and someone was like, "Pull up a picture of your kid," and someone else was like, "Pull up a picture of Patton Oswalt," and he's like convincing all these people that my kid looks like Patton Oswalt,
Oh, God.
and he's like this super ugly guy. There he is. He's up on the screen now. He was also in Walter Mitty. You know,
Oh,
That
yeah,
guy's
yeah.
ugly. But real ugly.
so
You were
all right, up
pointing
on the
at
screen.
Josh.
What'd you say?
She was pointing at Josh. She was like, "That guy's real ugly."
So right there's Patton Oswalt. Over
No,
there is Josh.
opposite.
Oh, dang
To
it!
your right is Patton
Even I
Oswalt,
confuse my kid with Patton
which
Oswalt.
is the streams left. Well, Patton Oswalt kind of looks like a little baby,
He does kind of look like a baby,
like a Benjamin Button.
but I still don't
Button.
think that my kid does.
Haley said that he looks like a shrimp.
So, you guys watching, you could put in comments if you think my kid really does look like Patton Oswalt, but I don't see it.
He's adorable.
Patton Oswalt's adorable?
No, that honker is really not doing it for me.
says,
But the other
Jacob
one's
says
real cute.
only the hair looks like Patton
The hair?
Oswalt.
Oh, I could see the hair.
Yeah, I could see the hairline and maybe kind of the ear. But
You have a hairline too, Josh, and a
Do
little
they
bit of
both
the.
have detached lobes?
Jacob says, "Tell the cousins hi, Auntie. Tell the cousins hi."
Did we even mention that we're all siblings?
Yeah, I said it in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Lanes.
All right, so anyway, we're gonna start talking about movies real quick. So, recent movies coming out in theaters. Did you guys watch Black Panther?
Nope.
That's the
Nope.
biggest. That's the biggest thing going on right now. Black Panther.
I've been hearing about it.
Yeah.
I saw it on the NBA basketball game.
What do you mean?
One of the players put on a Black Panther mask and
Oh, really?
tried to throw a 3-pointer, and he freaking.
Oh, yeah, 'cause the,
slam dunk
It
contest.
was the All-Star though, right? Yeah, the All-Star game.
Yeah, the slam dunk contest. And he sucked, but the mask looked cool.
The The dunk sucked, but the mask looked cool. Well, they're setting records this month. I think they had the highest grossing February opening, like ever before summer, because not a lot of people are going to movies before summer. But
I really want to see it. I've heard like mixed reviews, but I really want to see it.
Yeah, you know, I saw the trailer. You could take down Patton Oswalt and by the way, I saw the trailer and it just looked. It looked really futuristic. It reminded me of like Tron Legacy. It was just like super futuristic. Jessica, I could read your mouth.
My daughter, she smells. She's flatulent.
That's probably the cat poop over on the floor.
No, we picked that up. No, we didn't.
He's letting air come out of her. The wrong area.
By the way, guys, I know you have Raising Cane's down in Vegas. I don't know if you have one down in Washington, but if we spell the letter or the phrase "one love," then we win $100,000, and I just need the one. So
oh my god,
go there. I know.
Oh, what is it like a? Is it like a?
That's their motto.
Is it like a? Yeah, but how? What do you mean?
It's like a Monopoly. It's like this.
Like a Monopoly, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a Monopoly sticker sort of thing. It's a little out of focus, but you peel it off of your cup, and yeah, I have love, but I need one.
Yeah, no, Cane's is expensive.
It's not that
well,
expensive.
usually those Monopoly-ish games don't give up.
On chicken.
That place is good though.
Cane's is not that expensive though. It's like it's normal. Jessica, are you mouthing or are you okay? I was like,
are you muted?
No, you guys were talking over me, so I decided I was gonna just move my mouth.
No, you said it was like McDonald's.
McDonald's.
The Monopoly game. You said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go to Cane's, Jessica?
No, I like Raising Cane's, if that's what you're saying. They have really good dipping sauce. So I can go there. I've seen those peely stickers on the large or extra large drinks because I have...
They're on the small ones here. You're acting like I'm privileged. Like they're only on the medium and the large. So if you're thinking that I'm gonna go get them,
get them away.
I'm gonna send you 20 cents.
I wish I was Munich right about now.
So that Cane's place. Did you mute it? That Cane's place is great though. Mom says hi, children. Children. Hey, children. But yeah, Jessica was talking about their sauce. Their sauce is freaking amazing. They have to marinate that chicken too. I know we're kind of getting off topic right now, but they got to marinate that chicken. That's amazing.
That chicken's real good.
That's some real good chicken.
Oh, the bread. That's delicious.
I think they marinate.
Okay, let's go back to our original topic, Black Panther. So, do any of us plan on watching it?
I want to see it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it this weekend. So I saw, what was it? It was Civil War that he was in, right? Did you guys even watch that? Do you guys watch Marvel movies right now?
Oh yeah, I saw Civil War.
I believe Civil War is when they introduced him.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like a good.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I'm definitely. I'll watch it even if whatever the
They say.
are.
Well, they say not only is it like empowering for like black people to see like a black superhero, but they say it's women centered also. So there's powerful women inside in the movie, and they said like even people who don't really follow Marvel very much could like really feel like a connection with the characters.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have a different trope, rather than the same thing over and over.
I'm gonna give it a shot though. I'm definitely gonna give it a shot. I'll watch it probably this weekend. Anyway, Jessica, did you see the new Incredibles trailer? I don't know about you, Pierce. Do you watch Pixar?
I haven't seen the trailer. I've seen Incredibles, but I haven't seen the new trailer. I knew that it was coming out. I love
the Incredibles. I didn't know there was another movie coming out.
Yeah, there's Incredibles 2 coming out.
That's awesome.
It looks great. One thing though that kind of bothers me is it looks like it's centered around the mom, and that's not really like a big deal, but it looks like the dad just stays home and watches Jack Jack, you know, the little baby that has like all those powers.
I know a dad that does that. Stays home and watches his baby.
Well, based off of the trailer, it just looks like it just centers around the mom being a superhero and the dad just staying at home and dealing with like raising kids, like, and it's not like the whole family fighting crime. But yeah, it may be different, but it was kind of a little bit disappointing. It's like expecting Monsters Inc. 2 and then getting Monsters University. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
I
expected something and then I got something else.
Yeah, what I was, like, Incredibles was a really good movie, but the thing is they took so long to make a sequel, and it's just like it's been so long now, so like it's kind of out of your memory now. You know, when it was like still fresh, they could have made a sequel like within the next 2 years after it was released.
Yeah,
but,
Mom's laughing at Gypsy. I think she might be a little bit behind on the stream because she said, "Oh my OMG, Gypsy."
Was right. Her internet is slow.
But yeah, I agree. They did take a long time. And you know, I was looking up. I don't know if you guys ever look up random stuff on YouTube, but I'm always on YouTube looking up weird stuff. And I was looking up Pizza Planet truck.
Oh yeah.
You know how you see it in almost all the movies?
Yeah.
And it's not in Incredibles.
Is Incredibles Disney? Like, isn't Pixar and Disney like different?
No, Disney Pixar converged.
Oh right.
But yeah, it's not in that one.
Oh, is that truck in multiple movies?
Yeah, it's in all the movies.
It's like an Easter egg. They put it in everything. So like Bug's Life, it's next to this trailer and it's all like run down. And then they use the same trailer and the same Pizza Planet truck in WALL-E. So the same trailer and Pizza Planet. Oh no, not WALL-E. I was thinking Bug's Life relates to WALL-E, but it's in Monsters Inc.
Oh.
Where where they send Randall through the door and he ends up in the place where they like hit him with the shovel. That's the same house and Pizza Planet truck.
I never noticed that. I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
Yeah, but there's all kinds of things, but for some reason it's not.
I have to Google
there's
it.
a bunch of different Easter eggs that they do.
Yeah, I like looking up those because it's pretty cool. And they always have the A113, I think it is. They always slip that number in everywhere because it's like a school that everyone goes to for animation. And that's like the classroom that they were in. So you'll see it. Even if you look back to like Dexter's Lab and Johnny Bravo and stuff, you'll see like a license plate or something that has it in there. It's like an almost every cartoon. Anyway, all right. Another movie I want to talk to you guys about was Ready Player One. Have you heard about that?
I've seen the trailer.
What is it?
It's called It's called Ready Player One. So, do you not know what that is?
No.
Jacob mentioned that Cars 3 was on Netflix. We're gonna talk about some Netflix shows a little bit later, but I didn't see it in Cars 3. I know I saw the Pizza Planet truck in I think it was the first Cars, but I didn't see it in Cars 3. But so Ready Player One, Pierce, what do you know about it?
I just know that they're like in some virtual world and they have like a bunch of cameos from a bunch of video games, and I think that's cool because I like video games.
Well, see, the cool thing is it's like I'm pretty sure Spielberg's directing it.
Oh really?
But he's doing like he's doing like what they did with Roger Rabbit. You know how people would say like you'll never see Donald Duck and Daffy Duck on the same screen, but Roger Rabbit made it. Right. They mix these companies that would never normally interact with each other, and that's what Spielberg's doing with Ready Player One. He's like he's mixing everything. Like you'll see. What did you just drink?
Some applesauce.
Applesauce. But yeah, he's doing that. Like Sandra Blue says hi. Is it Sandra or Sandra? I don't want to. I would tell her to correct me, but she'll write it the same either way. Like, oh, Sandra.
Jacob said, "Have you seen Card 3? It's on Netflix."
I said that. Did you?
That was 10 minutes ago.
Well,
no, I haven't.
Anyway, so he really mixed everything together. Like Joker, Harley Quinn's on there. Not the Green Giant. The Iron Giant is on there. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Iron Giant, and
Hogarth.
I guess he plays like a huge role in the movie too. Like he's like a protagonist or something. So it seems like a really cool movie. I definitely want to watch it.
What do you think about that movie, Brantley?
I'm not watching a movie.
Okay.
I'm playing a game.
Show the viewers what you play. So it's a little obsessive, these games that these children
Minecraft?
tend to play.
It looks
He
like
plays
Lego.
this Roblox all the time.
Yeah. I know Jacob, Jade, and Julian play Roblox for sure. Coralie started trying to get on it, but she just, she goes on YouTube and she watches kids open freaking toys all the time. Does Brantley do that?
Over that. Brantley's over that phase.
No, still does it. She watches these kids open toys like she doesn't even want toys. She just watches
I
kids.
watch people eat spicy noodles. So
Alyssa has a YouTube channel, and she eats foods from Vietnam and Japan and
Have you
stuff
guys heard of mukbang? Do you know what
So
that
she
is?
eats pho. She eats pho and sushi.
Have you guys heard of mukbang?
I want to
Do
do that.
you know what that means?
It's a
Milk bong?
Mukbang. So it's
Milk
Oh god.
mukbang. It's
You
like
eat a-
MUKBANG. It's a South Korean word, or it's a Korean word, not a South Korean word.
What's the
But
difference?
It's originated in South Korea. So basically, it's like the kind of act of somebody broadcasting them just eating something and people watching it, and they interact with their audience. So people just go online to watch these people like eat other things, and like obviously I can't judge because I watch people eat spicy noodles, and I don't know. I guess people think it's interesting.
I
think
mean,
it's interesting.
I could
watch
eat.
those.
I could eat some oatmeal in front of you guys and see how you feel.
I mean, people would watch that. I don't know who, but somebody would.
It's gross.
Sorry guys, I just had to mukbang for a second. Jacob says I stopped playing that. Talking about Roblox, he plays Call of Duty WW2 now because he's fancy.
he's
I still have a 360. I haven't even upgraded yet.
Oh my gosh, AJ just bought a 360 on Craigslist or something.
That's the old one. Why didn't he get a one?
It's like
We already have
NES
one.
classic.
He wants to play some games that he found in his closet.
Is the Xbox One not it's not retroactive?
No.
Backwards compatible.
That's right.
Any other movies coming out?
Mom says I have to try that place.
Ouch.
She's way behind. I don't even know what place
Try
she's
that
talking
place and oh, she's talking about Canes.
about. Oh, yeah. See, that's how far she is. Someone needs to tell her to
Speed it up.
fast forward. So, all right. The last movie I want to talk about was Venom. Did you guys hear about that?
Who are they
Venom.
casting in that?
So I know for sure Tom Hardy, and I believe Tom. I don't know his name. Ask your daughter.
I don't have a daughter.
What?
Oh, Mom wrote "catching up now." LOL. Do you know who plays the new Spider-Man in Spider-Man Homecoming?
Tom Holland.
There you go. See, how did I know that she'd know that? So Tom Holland's definitely gonna be in it, and then Tom Hardy. That's all I know so far. But it looks like a great movie. But I watched the trailer, and I mean I'm not trying to be like a jerk or anything. Did he just punch himself in the head? But the trailer doesn't look very funny. I mean, very good. I don't think it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be funny either. So, have you guys? This is a Disney show. Have you guys ever watched Kim Possible? It was on Disney. Back
Yeah,
in the day.
me.
Of course. What's the sitch?
Well, I don't
Kim
know.
Possible. I love Kim Possible.
You remember Kim Possible? So, they're coming out with a live-action movie version of Kim Possible.
No way. Who's
Yeah.
gonna play it?
Hold on.
Conrado.
So we can show them. No.
Shout out to Mama. Mama. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. She's gonna ask us this again. Oh no. Was trying to listen to so I could hear my shout out. We shouted out to you like 20 times already. We've been talking about you this whole time. Okay. So I guess we're gonna wait to figure out who plays Kim Possible. Do you remember Kim Possible, Jessica?
I remember Kim Possible. I remember the beep 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 in the beginning, and I remember what she looked like.
It goes like do do do.
Yeah.
Mom, beat me if you want to reach me. You remember that?
Black shirt, red hair, and
yeah.
camel pants.
But I like Hey Arnold better, and the other shows that were on at that point in time.
Speaking of Hey Arnold, did you watch the new one? Did you know there was a new one?
You told me about it.
I did.
Wasn't able to watch it.
It's on so it's on Nick Nickelodeon. I watch it on the app. Anyway, it's like a movie. It's so originally Hey Arnold had they got signed on for 2 new seasons, and they got signed on for 2 movies. I kind of wanted to talk to Pierce about this since I told you, but I'll bring it up to him when he comes back. But they signed him on for 2 new movies, and one of them was the Hey Arnold movie that we know that's on Netflix, and the other one was called The Jungle Movie. And The Jungle Movie was like a origin story for Hey Arnold. And they made one. The first one was supposed to be made for TV, and the second one was supposed to be made in the theaters. But the first one was so good that they put it on the theaters, and they never ended up making the second one. So they finally made the second one, and it tells you Hey Arnold's last name. You know what happened to him. You know what happened, without giving spoilers out.
I always wondered what happened to him. I really didn't see the first Hey Arnold movie either.
Yes, you did. We saw it when we were kids. So
I'm a little fuzzy.
Do you remember Hey Arnold say, "Don't hit me. I'll hit me. I'm crazy."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Mom, it says
I thought that was his friend that said that.
No, that was him. He was he put on a boombox, and it sounds like what's that guy? James Brown. And then
Michael's game name thing for Xbox. Right here. Huh?
What's Michael's game name for Xbox?
Unshaven Ebola.
What?
These kids.
What is it? Unshaven Ebola?
Ebola. Yeah.
Apparently you can be on, but don't pick your nose on camera.
You just gotta pick your nose on camera.
What did Grandma say? Yes, you did. What does that mean?
She's saying it. The stream.
She told us to sing the song, and then she said, "I remember. You remember? Yes, you did." I don't know what "yes, you did" meant.
I don't know either. Wait, what song should we? What song was she saying to sing?
Because she said, "Shout out to your mama," and I was like, "Mama."
I get it.
Mama.
Oh, Mom said saw the movie. You saw the Hey Arnold. We used to watch. We watched. I remember watching it a bunch of times. Well, anyway.
I don't know. I think we had the movie, but I don't recall watching it.
Yes,
evidently I did see it.
You'll probably watch it, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I remember watching this whole thing."
I blocked out the first 30 years of my life.
How old are you now? That's such a weird thing to say.
This is a new life. Yeah, I just started. I'm 31.
I was talking to Ricky the other day, and I was like, I don't remember what I was talking about, but I was thinking back, and I was like, yeah, that was 20 years ago. And the fact that I said that was 20 years ago freaking blew my mind.
I know. It blows my mind. 10, saying 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we're that old. We're that freaking old that we can say that now.
What even happened 10 years ago?
I graduated high school freaking 13 years ago. Jesus criminy. That's gross. Gross.
You graduated high school?
Yeah, of course I graduated high school.
So, by the way, Mom, if you watch the beginning of this, do you think Josh looks like what's his face, the guy that we had up on screen? If you were able to see that, I didn't get your opinion on that. I want that real quick. So, Pierce, we went from Kim Possible over to Hey Arnold for a second. And do you remember watching Hey Arnold when we were younger?
Arnold. Hey, Arnold.
Is that a yes? Do you remember watching Hey Arnold? He's like, old.
That's a
Arnold.
yes. Arnold.
So
Hey, Arnold.
anyway, there's a new Hey Arnold movie that talks like it tells us his last name because it never told us his last name before.
Oh, really?
And, like it just really wraps up everything. Like what happened to his parents, we find out. Like everything's wrapped up. It's pretty cool. Can you hear me?
Me?
Yeah.
No, Jessica.
Oh.
She's got her headphones on now. So anyway, you were talking about Kim Possible. I was asking if you knew who was on it.
Josh, I just have to tell you, you have a radio voice like for shizzle. Like I'm listening to you on here.
You know, I really feel like I have a face for radio too.
A face for radio?
Yeah.
Me too.
You get it? Because ain't nobody gonna see me real quick. Mom
Yeah,
says,
that's the ideal
so,
situation.
Mom says, hell nah, and that Josh is adorable. That he doesn't look like Patton Oswalt.
Oh. I'll put Patton Oswalt up, so I'll put a comparison up so everyone can see again.
Just for our new viewers.
For our new viewers. If you're just
for
tuning in,
our new viewers here.
which is
So,
two
Pierce,
people.
What do you think, Pierce?
No, I don't think they look like.
No, not that anymore. Do you know who's gonna be playing Kim Possible?
No, I have no idea. I just heard it was like I saw an article that Disney was gonna do it. So Disney's actually
They're doing so much live action stuff. I actually
Yeah.
heard that they were doing a live action Little Mermaid made for TV. And it's gonna be like a musical type of thing. So it's gonna be made for TV. So it'll stream on what ABC or whatever Disney owns.
I wish they would make.
Never mind, Disney owns everything now.
I wish they would make an Aladdin.
They are.
They're gonna do Lion King too.
They're doing a live action Aladdin. They're doing a live action Mulan. They're doing a live action Little Mermaid, and yeah, like Pierce said, a live action Lion King. And you know what? A lot of people are upset about it. Mom says yes, he has a real good radio voice. Well, thank you. But a lot of people are upset about them doing it, like remaking it, because there's some things that people, remake and just destroy the original.
Yeah.
But like with how we are with cartoons, movies now, it doesn't really hold your attention like it does before. Like even movies that I loved as a kid, I rewatch and I'm just like, I have ADD now. But Lion King. Lion King's being made by Jon Favreau, who made Jungle Book.
Oh really?
Yeah, the same guy who made the Jungle Book is making Lion King. So
Okay.
I think it's gonna be just as.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they're doing all that stuff. I think that it's like they have the potential to make it really bad, but it could also be pretty good.
Do you know what I'm hoping that it'll do? I'm hoping it'll make us money on the VHSs in my garage.
Yeah. For the
And I think they belong to my mother, so if I can sell them before she finds out, that'd be great.
The new Aladdin. I wonder how they're gonna do the new Aladdin though. Who they're gonna cast to play it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they could. I'm pretty sure they could show us the world. Take us wonder by wonder.
No. So who's gonna play the genie?
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
Robin Williams, who played the genie, and he does all those crazy voices and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, who can do it better than him? Basically, nobody, or as good.
Oh, that makes me sad. I miss Robin.
What they're gonna do? They're probably gonna make it some. They're probably gonna make the genie creepy because I feel like they would just do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jessica, I agree. He was a great actor. So rewatch it. Yeah, I rewatched the what is it called? Mom Says All I Miss. Oh, Captain, my Captain. That's what he's from, right? What's that called again?
Dead Poet Society.
There you go. What'd you say, Jessica?
Just said yeah.
Captain, my Captain. He's from that movie. He's Popeye. Remember watching Popeye? I think we were in Idaho when we watched.
Oh
Popeye.
my gosh, yes, we watched it like over and over and over.
That was when we lived in Idaho for a little bit, wasn't it?
Yep. When we had to throw Pierce out the window.
I try to erase those memories.
Yeah, me too.
Well, never mind then. I just rewatched the Cable Guy though. That's such a freaking great movie. I love that movie.
I like watching Dumb and Dumber. I watch it pretty much once a month or more. I love that movie.
That is by far my all-time favorite movie. I actually have something to talk about with Dumb and Dumber too. The bike. You remember when they're riding in that little bike that he trades the van for, where he's like, just when I thought you couldn't do anything dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Yes.
They just sold that. A guy just sold that bike. I think. Hold on.
How much do they sell it for?
Okay. Let me get your guys's.
It's probably not worth anything now that Jim Carrey went cuckoo cuckoo.
Yeah, he's freaking nuts. I watched this thing on
Netflix.
On Netflix, yeah, the Jim and Andy or whatever it's called.
I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
He does his own art and stuff now, right? He paints.
Yeah, but there's this thing called Jim and Andy, and it's about him and Andy Kaufman. When he played Andy Kaufman's character, and how Andy Kaufman he just basically acted like him all the time, and he did it to the point where he went and visited Andy Kaufman's family and all that stuff.
Acting?
Yeah, but even beyond that, to a point where he was getting banned from the studio almost.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, he went way above and beyond. Anyway, I found it now. It sold for how much do you think that scooter sold for?
Oh gosh, if you're bringing it up, it's going for $1 million or something.
I wouldn't say so. I would say in the double-digit thousands.
25,000.
50,000.
Dang.
$50,000. If I was rich, I'd pay for that.
That's what I was gonna say. If I had that spare change.
Right around with it the whole time.
I like how I said double-digit thousands, but that's 5 digits. You know what I meant, though, right?
Yeah, I get it.
I would totally buy the poodle van.
The poodle van?
Oh yeah. I think did they remake that in number 2?
Yeah.
Did they bring that back out, the poodle van?
I don't think so. I don't recall. But tomorrow I'm gonna be real quick. I'm gonna be putting a catheter in a mannequin.
I was gonna say, don't tell me who it is. That's violating some sort of confidentiality.
No, it's at school. It's fine. It's a dummy that looks like Bruce Jenner. So I'm just gonna put the.
It's Caitlin now. Okay.
Caitlin.
Well, no, it's Bruce because it's a catheter.
It looks like Bruce. So I'm gonna put. I thought of the scene in Dumb and Dumber where they have a catheter in, and he pulls on the catheter and he falls off the wheelchair. That would be funny to do to a real person.
That wouldn't be very funny though.
No, bleep that.
I was milk bonging again.
Milk bong.
I don't remember what you said. Milk bong was close enough.
Milk kebabbin.
Kebabbin.
Anyway, so number 1 was my favorite movie, but number 2, I didn't even want to watch it. I actually did watch it, and it was really finding out Santa Claus wasn't real. It just destroyed my childhood. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Not a good movie. I didn't like it very much. But anyway, we're talking about Tom Hardy. I asked you guys, do you know who Tom Hardy is?
No.
Oh wait,
no.
I googled it.
I thought it was the Hardy Jeans person, but you
Bane?
You proved me
That's
wrong.
Right. Ed Hardy. You thought it was those big flashy Ed Hardy.
He was
shirts.
Bane, right?
Yes, he played Bane. So he posted this video up, right, where he's talking into an athletic cup. For a jockstrap. And he's talking into the athletic the cup with his dog, and he's like, I was born in the darkness, molded by it. And he's talking into a cup, but he's talking to his dog, and it's like a jockstrap cup.
Oh God.
Sandra says, LOL, thanks, my ex-husband is in a wheelchair, good idea. So I think she wants you to put the catheter in him. So there you go. You already got someone who agreed with you.
Awesome.
But anyway, if you get a chance to watch the video, it's pretty funny, but it's just ridiculous. Why is he talking into a cup? Speaking of catheters, speaking of that area, Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say what made you think of a catheter anyway? We're talking about the poodle van. Now
It's on the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Dumb and Dumber 2. Well, not 2. TOO they put instead of TW.
Like also.
Like también in Spanish.
Okay, Mr. Spanish.
And that's Pierce's Spanish.
I am Mr. Spanish.
So I recently applied for a job and put that I speak a little bit of Spanish. And if I go in for the interview, I'm just going to say hola, como está? Because that's all I pretty much know, unless someone talks to me and
we're saying here that you speak Spanish. Sí.
But if you claim another language, do you have to take like an assessment or anything?
Yes.
No, I put that I studied the language, which is not a lie. I studied it my freshman year of high school.
Bought a dictionary.
I didn't pass, but I studied it. I know how to speak like burrito, taco, taquito, hola, adios, amigo. That's about it. Senor, mi amigo. Cerveza. Oh
So
shoot, I
Paris,
know a lot.
Any
lot of
Spanish. News you want to talk about?
I thought there was something funny that was on the Ellen show the other day. I thought it just like put things in perspective because like Bill Gates was on there and then they had this little game show, right? It's kind of like The Price is Right, where they guess the prices of things, but it was like regular stuff that you'd buy at the grocery store, like Rice-A-Roni or like Tide Pods. And she was asking Bill Gates like, how much do you think these items are? And Bill Gates is like a billionaire, so he like wouldn't even know like how much this stuff is because people buy his groceries for him. And like,
is he like toilet?
He was
toilet
totally
paper?
off.
I don't know, like $100.
He was totally off. Like he did Rice-A-Roni. He guessed like $5, and it's only like $1. And then the Tide Pods, he was originally guessing like $6 for those, and those were $20. And then I forget what else there was, but it was like pizza rolls. Pizza rolls. He thought the pizza rolls were like $25.
No way.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
People are ripping Bill Gates
Oh
off.
no, it wasn't that. It was like some Applebee's
Gourmet.
It was like some Applebee's dip, and he thought it was like $25 because he was like, it looks like there's a lot in there, but it was like $5.
So I think of course they would mention.
It's used to the small portion.
Are you guys like? You guys know about that whole Tide Pod thing that's going around?
Yeah.
Yes. People trying to eat it.
Yeah, isn't that freaking ridiculous? All these kids like bite in. From the videos that I've seen, like, cause people always share stuff on Facebook. From the videos I've seen though, they like bite into it, squirts into their mouth, and they immediately spit it out.
But
people
don't get that. Like other people watching it don't understand. Oh, they're spitting it out. They just like actually try to eat it, and they're the ones that go to the hospital.
I think it's still pretty freaking stupid though. Like even if you do spit it out.
I thought, since we're talking about it and all, that I'd go ahead and do it. I'm just kidding. I always wondered what it tasted like, because they look like, it was fun.
That's where it starts, the curiosity.
No, I think it all started with like a kid that was just cussing a bunch, and the mom wanted to rinse their mouth out.
Eat some soap, dang it!
Clean your mouth out.
Mom posted something on Facebook the other day. She was like, oh, I want to start the next trend. It's called lawn brownies. Eat the lawn brownies.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, nasty.
Yeah, you got to talk about what lawn brownies are for everyone who hasn't seen that post. I'm
sure they can figure it out.
I'm just guessing.
That's what it is. Dog crap.
Doggy duty.
Mom says always tell people hablo poquito entiendo mucho. So you speak a little bit, you understand a lot.
Oh. Okay. That's a lot like me. We have a lot in common.
Yeah, right. Mom said wahahaha lawn brownies. So
my
Pierce, what else?
My mama said.
So when I play hockey, it's funny that you mentioned that because when I play hockey, people do like dumb stuff. They'll like slash my teammates or something, and I'm always like 62. Like I call out their number, like I remember. We go hit him up across the board.
Attack him.
I actually got my first penalty the other day.
Really?
For hitting. Yeah.
Speaking of hockey, have
What
you
were
guys
you
been
doing?
watching the Olympics? The Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I've been keeping up on USA hockey, but that's about it. Like I tried watching curling because I'm like, it's really weird. I'm a curling fan, and not a lot of people like curling. You like curling too?
I like curling too.
So not a lot of people like it.
What
Yeah.
I don't really
Ricky
get it.
doesn't like curling.
So
It's
did
like
you hear
bowling,
about
ice bowling, right?
Did you hear about the guy? One of the curlers got in trouble for doing steroids or something.
A curler?
Like of all sports, the curler gets.
I thought you were gonna say got injured, but that was so much better.
Because he's like, throw the disc very slowly. I need steroids for that.
Right?
It was the
run
guy.
to throw it. They just like push off.
It was the guy doing the part where they like brush it. He was the guy doing steroids. He was part of the team.
The brush whip.
You know how they train, right? They use shake weights. They really don't. I made that up.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's crazy about Russia though. Like apparently Russia's been doing the steroids. That's why they don't even get medals. Like they can't have any of their flags or anything. They're just
I thought
called.
that was like a diplomatic thing.
There's a movie
No,
about that on
It's,
Netflix.
I mean, it like a political thing. I mean, it's like sort of is, but no, a lot of them got caught doping, so they're just doing like Olympic athletes from Russia now. So I mean, I don't know exactly why they're doing it, but that's what I heard. So
Mom says curling, the only time a man picks up a broom. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Oh man, I do watch. I don't know. I don't know why I like curling, but I like it. But anyway, Pierce, have you ever played shuffleboard?
no, never heard of it.
It's a lot like curling.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's at like a bar. They have a table that's kind of like a bowling alley, I guess.
Sand on it.
Yeah, and it's got salt.
Oh, salt.
Yeah,
Salt.
if you ever accidentally tasted it, you would have known.
Someone spilt the salt.
So it's got salt on it, and then you like put a little bit of a spin, and it goes out, and it'll curl back. So it's essentially like that, but with the sweeping motion on
Why
the
don't
ice.
these people just bowl or play darts? Because I
I
feel
don't
like it's a dart
Yeah.
bowling on ice.
I guess darts could be in the Olympics.
It's dart bowling with a hockey puck.
It's not even hot. It's like a gigantic stone with a handle on it.
Have you guys seen that at the? I think it was ice skating. They had. There was a guy that was doing a Kim Jong-un impersonation, and then there was another guy doing a Trump impersonation, and they were like buddies, and they were just like, they had like the Trump hat, and then he had the whole Kim Jong-un uniform, and they have these cheerleaders from North Korea that they like sent in, and they're like taking up the seats, and then that guy like went over there and started waving at them, and they were just like looking at him.
The Trump did?
Yeah, no, the
can sit in here.
Kim Jong Un, and like that's their, yeah. So he was like waving at them, and they were like horrified. but they kicked that guy out, and then they interviewed him, and he was just like saying, he was like, oh, I was trying to show that there's a peace and harmony between our leaders.
I actually heard about their cheerleaders, and I heard that there was like a lot of stuff going around, like surrounding it, like a lot of controversy surrounding them coming and stuff, because all the issues, especially with South Korea, because that's where it's being held right now.
Yeah.
And so they came in, and they all came in like very uniformed, like marched in. Like cheerleaders are normally like super preppy and stuff like that, but they like marched in. It was very uniform and weird, and then they marched out and left.
Yeah, it was like military sort of thing.
Sorry, I'm trying to find something to open this with because I don't want to use my teeth since
Don't use your teeth.
since Mom's watching.
Do not use your teeth, or you'll end up like Pierce.
That's me.
JK.
Pierce never uses teeth.
Never brush them either.
Oh gosh.
I was just going along with the joke.
No regret.
I was just going along with the joke.
Since we're on the
Good
topic.
one.
Did you guys hear Fergie's national anthem?
Oh, it was horrid.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
watching during
Just horrible.
the actual game, and I pressed fast forward because luckily we had it on TiVo.
Yeah, that was bad. I've already seen parodies on Facebook
It's
where
horrible.
it's like someone else voicing over it.
Oh no. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's-
play it a little bit on the stream.
Yeah, it's It's horrid. I could have sang that. Oh, I'm not going to try it right now.
Do it. Do it.
She goes, the land.
It starts out good. It started out good, but then she started doing it all weird.
Yeah, it was mostly at the very, very end that she really jacked it up.
She
Was
tried
that
to
it?
make it like kind of soulful, and I don't think it came through that way. It just came off sort of weird, and the athletes were like laughing at her.
I know it was sad. It was sad.
It started off with kind of like an Amy Winehouse feel to
Yeah.
it, and then just went way
Down.
down left field.
Way down. Down the slope. Slippery slope. Oh God, my son's picked up the pod.
Yeah,
Let
you're
it-
supposed to keep that out of reach of children.
It's for there.
Go do it. Even my 4-year-old son knows it's for the dishwasher. That wasn't an actual Tide Pod, but it did
Oh.
have the jelly in it.
It's
He's
not
smart.
jelly.
It's like she's trying to yawn. It's like who's trying to yawn? Are you
Uh,
talking about? I think he's
She's
talking about
Fergie. Yeah, or he.
at the end.
Because I was
Fergie.
playing it on the stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just garbage.
Yeah, it was very garbaggio.
That's French for garbage.
What's garbaggio? That's a little
That's
fancier.
Italian.
Oh my God. It's like la basura. That's Spanish.
Yeah, you're practicing for work, huh? All right, so every week I'm going to talk to you guys about what's new on Netflix and Hulu because it's not really always like what's new, like what's newly updated, but what I'm watching because you guys know I don't really have much of a life, so I basically stay home and watch Hulu all the time and Netflix. Anyway, so let's see here. Let's talk about Netflix. What have you watched, Pierce? You watch anything new on Netflix? Have you guys seen Bright? Have you seen that?
I have not. I've been watching some Black Mirror. They're on season 3. If you've ever watched Twilight Zone, it's like pretty similar. It's like the new Twilight Zone.
You know, I kind of remember seeing a picture for Black Mirror. It's like a baby laying next to like a tablet.
Yeah.
I thought it was a documentary about
Yeah, and that's
like,
what made me realize
technology addiction
well,
or something.
Yeah, so it's like the Twilight Zone, but for like technology. That's why it's called Black Mirror, because if you think about it, when your phone is off, it's like a black mirror.
Oh, creepy.
Yeah. So yeah, they just do like dystopian futures. Like, what if AI took over the world? Or what if like social media was everything? Like stuff like that. So it's really interesting. I really liked the last episode they had because it was like, or the first episode of the new season because it's had a Star Trek theme to it. So I definitely think you should check it out if you haven't. It's really cool.
I haven't yet. I just got done streaming Peaky Blinders. Have you guys heard about that?
No, Peaky Blinders.
I've heard of it.
No.
So Peaky Blinders, it's like a BBC British podcast, British broadcasting channel. I said British.
I know Alyssa's number.
Anyway, it's great. It's about I think the early 1900s, about like gangsters and stuff like that. They dress like in suits with like the Gatsby hats and everything. They dress all fancy, but they start off like small. It's kind of reminiscent of Sons of Anarchy a little bit, where they start off small time and then they slowly get bigger, and the bigger they get, the bigger their enemies are, and they make money. But it's a great show. If you watch it, I'm gonna tell you, even if you don't smoke cigarettes, which I don't, it's gonna make you want to smoke cigarettes. It's gonna make you want to drink whiskey and smoke cigarettes because they just throughout the whole freaking show, that's all they do. But it's a great show. You should definitely watch it. But anyway, I was talking to you guys about Bright. So Bright is a movie with, if you haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend you watch it. It's on Netflix. It's got Will Smith in it, and another guy who plays an orc, and it's kind of like a mythical thing. It has orcs and fairies and pixies and magic wands and stuff like that.
Wow.
I know it seems kind of weird, but
Well, that got me interested.
yeah, they're police officers, and basically the orc guy, he's kind of like a pig mixed with an ogre, and he's new. He's like the only he's the only guy who's an orc who's ever been on the force, the police force. So he's kind of shunned by everybody else. But it's a great movie. I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything, but if you have time to watch
Wait,
it,
this
you
is
should
a
definitely
movie?
watch it. It's a movie that they released on Netflix. So hold on.
Which one what is it called again?
It's
Was
called
it a
Bright.
made? Is it a made
What?
for Netflix?
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's-
that's what's crazy about it. So hold on, I know I wrote this down. So it cost between 90 and 130 million dollars to make,
Oh my god.
and they just released it on Netflix. They didn't put it in theaters or anything, and it's theater quality. It's a great movie. It's like
That's
completely like wrapped up. I mean, it doesn't look like a made for TV movie or anything.
The Netflix shows are awesome too. Like they make really good quality TV shows and movies.
Is there anything that you've like streamed or anything lately?
Have you seen Ozark?
Nope, never even heard of it.
It's a really
What's it
cool
about?
show. It's about this guy who works for the like a drug lord, and then he ends up getting it mixed up with his family life, and so they're trying to run from they move to a really small island and try to sell all the drugs there and try to traffic the drugs. And it's just really messy with their family and stuff. It's actually a really good show. You should watch it. It's on Netflix.
I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, it's really.
A lot of people at my work been telling me about this show called Altered Carbon. It's on Netflix also. Because I just finished streaming or marathoning Peaky Blinders, so I was gonna get into Altered Carbon.
They've been coming out with a lot of new stuff, like a lot of new content.
So
Mostly
much
TV
good stuff.
shows, but like
Yeah.
I like
But
it.
with Altered Carbon, I hear that it's like it's like a dystopian future once again, and it's like people could like buy bodies, like you could form, but not transform. You could put your conscious into another body.
Okay.
And they were saying like there's like a ton of nudity, so it's not for kids, just so you guys know. That's why I haven't started watching it yet. But
Because you're a kid.
apparently, like because I'm I'm waiting for my birthday. But, there's like an ad. Like someone told me that there's an ad and it says put your wife in this body or whatever. So it's like a really pretty girl and stuff, and like it says put your wife in me. Basically, like put your wife's mind into this really pretty. Like you buy
like
that
avatars.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mom says, "Hey Jessica, don't mean to interrupt. This is way off topic. LOL. This girl is at work and said her girlfriend is cousins with Angela Johnson. Oh. Pierce, you know who Angela Johnson is?
No, I don't.
She says the crypto. Do you like crypto jail?
Do you like crypto gels? Make you sparkle like diamond in the sky.
Have you never seen? That's what she's most notable for.
You've never seen it, Pierce? Oh, you're missing out.
She goes to a nail salon and she talks about like going to a nail salon and like the girls speaking in another language about her and stuff, and then like talking about her and like, oh, you so pretty. Like they just like talk to her and say, anyway. I'm doing a bad parody of it.
Do you want long or short nail?
Yeah.
It's great.
Even when they mess up, they're like, no, it's better.
No, it was your nail. Your nail got.
And she's cousins with the person that did the video?
No, it's not. She's a stand-up comedian.
Oh.
Angela Johnson's a stand-up comic, yeah. And it was just like a segment taken from her stand-up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she's super funny. I watched one of her
I think I've seen a little bit of that.
You guys have anything else on Netflix before we move on to Hulu?
I watch old
Unfortunate
stuff.
Events. They got renewed for another season.
So, series of unfortunate events. I've never watched. I always wanted to watch a Jim Carrey movie, and I haven't seen that.
Okay,
have
so
you watched
the Jim
that,
Carrey
Jessica?
one was like series of unfortunate events is a book series, right? And the movie that they did was the first 3 books, the one with Jim Carrey, and it was okay, but it was like condensed into a movie. I really liked Jim Carrey's performance though, because he does a good crazy person, and apparently he is a crazy person now. So maybe that's how he was able to do that. But in the new one, it's now Neil Patrick Harrison.
Barney Stinson.
Yeah, that guy. And I don't think his performance was as good. I was really excited for it, but his performance was like a little like lackluster. And but overall, it was like okay to watch. But yeah, they renewed it for another season, so like hopefully it gets real good. I'm hoping.
So I've been wanting to watch the show. I've been wanting to watch the movie.
It.
I started watching episode 1 of the show, and it just took really long to build up. So we didn't watch it after that. Have you watched that, Jessica?
No.
Have you watched the movie or the show?
Nope.
I haven't either.
It looks boring to me when I even saw the cover.
The trailer for the show got me excited, and then I started watching episode 1, and it just couldn't keep my interest. But
No.
I think I'll give it another shot. There's a lot of new things that I need to stream. Jacob says he watched it and it's a great show, so
Yeah,
All right.
I thought it
I'll
was
give it a
alright.
yeah. Hopefully
I
he's
want-
talking about that and not the altered carbon.
I watched the whole thing, but it was just like it wasn't amazing, but it was good.
And it's got Barney Stinson. What were you gonna say, Jessica?
Oh, I was gonna say I'm stuck on Weeds still. I'm still watching Weeds.
That's oh my god, that's such a great.
Little
Pierce, have you
boxes
seen
on the
Weeds?
hillside, Little boxes.
So I think
that's
it's great,
really
and
funny.
you know Regina Spektor does one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
covers. Yeah.
I haven't watched the show, but I watched probably all of the covers. Watched all the.
It's a
I
good
listened
show.
to all the covers for the introduction.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Off of Netflix though is The Orville, and it's on Fox, I think, and it's
Yeah.
by Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane, the
You may
creator,
know of
the
him.
creator of Family Guy.
You may know of him, Josh. But it's like to me, it's like I'm a Trekkie, so I mean I like Star Wars too, but I think it's like the spiritual successor to The Next Generation with like Captain Picard and the Enterprise. I don't know, you guys probably haven't seen it, but anyway, like if anybody that likes that would like this new Orville series, but it's like it's got a lighthearted humor to it. It's so funny and it's like really interesting. I love it.
See, I never really watched Star Trek, and even the new movies like J.J. Abrams movies and stuff. I'd never watched them.
I don't like the new
I know that.
movies.
I remember Uncle. Did you point in the right direction?
I hope so.
I think you pointed in the wrong
I
direction.
didn't see it.
I remember Uncle David. Nope, you pointed the wrong way.
Dang it.
I remember Uncle David watching Star Trek all the time, but I just couldn't. I didn't really get into it back then, and I didn't watch the new movies either. But anyway, speaking of off Netflix, I subscribed to Hulu, and one of the biggest reasons why I subscribed to Hulu was because How I Met Your Mother was removed from Netflix.
Wow.
Did you guys ever watch that?
Yeah,
I know we
saw a
just
little bit.
talked about Neil
I'm
Patrick
on the
Harris.
stream trying to rewind to what she had. I see
Oh
a
gosh.
yellow post-it note with an arrow, but I can't make out the word. It's too blurry.
Oh, well,
Okay,
that's
good. That's good.
It says "oh" something.
Yep.
no. It said nerd and pointed at you.
It pointed
it
the
pointed
wrong way,
the-
so I'm glad
the
I'm a
wrong-
nerd. At least I point the right way.
I can't tell which way it's gonna be.
I'm pretty sure you can.
So do you guys have Hulu or no?
I don't.
I have Hulu.
You do?
That's how
I
I
don't
watched Keeping Up with the
I don't
Kardashians.
even have
Oh,
Netflix.
I have a Netflix account. I'll give you my password. I have like
All
up to
right.
4 at one
You
time.
can borrow my
this is
Hulu,
going.
Pierce.
There you go. I don't have to pay for anything anymore.
You're all set.
Yeah.
Can
Forget
I buy?
about it.
Can I live with you? You
So-
can pay the rent too.
So one time, the boxing fight. What was it? It was Mayweather McGregor. Way back then. I probably shouldn't even tell you guys, but anyway, I'm going to. So mom gave me her sign-on for DirecTV so I could watch the fight from here. And I got a Roku. Do you guys know what Roku is?
Yeah.
Do you have Rokus?
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
if Pierce, if you don't have it,
Roku, yeah.
yeah, whatever that. So I
Mom
got a
will get it.
Roku.
Mom will get it.
and there's so many things that I could watch with mom's DirecTV subscription without charging her. So like I have like Food Network, I have Nickelodeon, I have,
Oh my
I have
gosh.
Cartoon Network, like all these channels, like even my hockey games. I watch my hockey games through mom's Roku or mom's DirecTV subscription
Oh my
through
god.
through my Roku. Anyway, thanks mom. I never told you that. Don't cancel it.
So I watch YouTube TV. Did you know YouTube had a TV?
I did know that, but it keeps giving me the pop-up offer, but I haven't clicked on it yet.
So it's really cool if you do subscribe to like DirecTV Now, because I used to have DirecTV Now and it's the same price, but except it has DVR, so you can record shows and play them
Oh,
back.
nice.
It's really cool. Yeah, but it's $35 a month.
Yeah.
But
Oh, wow.
I got a password for you.
Man, why didn't we do this before? We're just hooking each other up with passwords. Well, Pierce is getting hooked up with everything. Never mind.
I have Amazon
I got a
Prime.
password.
Oh yeah, I need that.
I have Amazon
Speaking of
Prime.
Amazon Prime, So let's just add Amazon into this Netflix and Hulu real quick.
Oh, I got
Have
something
you,
about that too.
Have you watched Sneaky Pete?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I
I'm watching
love
Suits.
Sneaky Pete.
Did you really watch it, or are you joking?
I love Sneaky Pete. That was the
Yes.
best thing. I can't wait until it comes out with another one.
Yes. Pierce,
Oh my
you have to
God.
watch it. Bryan Cranston's in it. Bryan
really?
Cranston. If you guys don't know, Bryan Cranston's from Malcolm in the Middle, but now he's most known for Walter White in
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. There you go. But yeah, he's in it, and Giovanni Ribisi. He's in so many things, but I don't know what I could relate to you guys that he's in. Giovanni Ribisi, he's a real good actor, but he's the main character in Sneaky Pete. Great show.
It's
I've been
so-
watching Suits on Amazon.
I haven't heard of that.
By
What
the
is
way,
it?
have you guys heard of those Amazon Go stores?
No.
You have?
Yeah, it's Amazon's my company's enemy. They're trying to put us out of business. Of course, I know everything. I know that Amazon bought Whole Foods recently. Did you know that?
I did know that. I've been to Whole Foods recently.
And did you know that that's why
That's what
Walmart
happened.
Sorry, I'm
Well-
not supporting you.
Walmart's shutting
But-
down Sam's Clubs so that they can
Yeah.
be like
I didn't
Amazon.
even know Sam's Club was
Yeah, they're gonna
Walmart.
change. They're all one company, but they're gonna change. I believe they're changing them into distribution centers.
I do
Um,
know
yeah,
that
it's-
Whole Foods, like, their prices went way down. I was over there and like we bought a bunch of stuff because they're really good for like vegetarian and vegan options. And I'm not either of those, but I like those kind of foods. But yeah, Amazon Go stores. So do you know about it, Jessica?
Ghost stories, like
Stores.
GHOST.
I'll just tell you. So when you go to a grocery store, normally you go there, you pick out your items, you get in a cart. Some people try to stuff it in their clothes and steal it, and then you go to the cashier and you cash it out, right?
Right.
Well, with these Go stores, you stand in line, if there's even a line. You walk up there, you scan your phone, you go in there, you take whatever you want to buy, and you just walk out with it.
What?
Yeah. And it automatically knows what you got. There's cameras everywhere that like to make sure so that they know.
Who wants to
That's
do that?
creepy.
And they have like pressure sensors on each of the things. So if
No,
you,
thank you.
yeah, but if you go, I mean, a lot of people want to do it. They're saying it's like the next thing.
Well, what about people like me? Because I don't like buying things for myself.
Hmm.
So I'll grab something and be like, okay, I'm gonna get this, and then if I don't cash out within the next 10 minutes, like I'm gonna put it down somewhere random.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's what people have been doing. They've been trying to do that. So there's still people in the store to like restock it and move things around. But like they'll know if you like put something down and then like decide not to buy it and then like go get something else and buy that. It's kind of crazy. And if you get wrongfully charged, you can just tell them and they'll refund you. You don't even have to return it because apparently you lose more in thefts than you do through this method. So they're saving so much money because there's no more like theft. Because obviously, if you're a thief, you would walk out with it, but everybody walks out with it now.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
But
what
if
And
people
plus,
wanted
every-
to go
Well,
shopping,
everything's attached. So it would just be you steal someone's phone, and that's how you.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. But even
So
then,
I
you
could-
have to sign in and everything, and they could see it through the cameras if it was you or not. You could say, "Hey, that wasn't me." So I think that's interesting. And
They don't take your picture.
no,
They-
well,
they
that's another
record
thing is like they're not saying like what kind of information they're keeping, and a lot of people think they're gonna like save all that data they get from like your shopping habits, where you'll be able to go in and they already know what you want, and then
That's
like,
creepy.
yeah, it is
I
kind
don't
of
like
creepy, but I think it's kind of the future, you know.
So, anyway, back to Hulu because I don't want to keep talking about Amazon. Forget about that company. Did you guys know that? So they purchased Animaniacs, so all the episodes are on Hulu now, but they're actually bringing it back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To Netflix?
I saw Animaniacs the other day.
Why are you still talking about Netflix, Pierce?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Netflix. No,
No, Hulu. Yeah, so they're making new episodes and bringing it to Hulu, which
I thought you were
sometimes
talking
it
about-
works.
I thought you were talking about How I Met Your Mother. I thought you were saying they were bringing it back.
Oh no, that'd be great. I'd watch that too. But the thing is, like with revamping cartoons, sometimes it's not a good call. Like if
Yeah.
you think about, geez, there was just something that I just thought. Like Powerpuff Girls, like the
Did they bring it
animation,
back?
everything is just. They already brought it back. What are you talking about?
I don't-
Oh, really?
I don't know about
They
that.
brought back a bunch of Craig McCracken stuff. So Samurai Jack, Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, my Brantley watches Powerpuff Girls on Hulu.
Yeah, there's a new one, and then they brought back like Teen Titans. Now it's
The
Teen
Teen
Titans.
Titan ones suck. I know
You
that
don't like
one.
Teen Titans Go?
No.
Teen Titans Go is awesome.
I like.
Compared
so
to the
doesn't
old
really-
Teen Titans, no.
You can't. It's like
They're
comparing
different
one.
things, right? But
Yeah,
I want the
it's-
old Teen
Tomato,
Titans back.
potato.
So, I know like a lot of people don't agree with me on Teen Titans Go. Good night,
I know
Mom. She
Diane
says
watches it.
has to go to work.
Good night.
Good night.
I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on Teen Titans Go, but I actually like it. I used to love the regular Teen Titans, but Teen Titans Go is just like it's for another younger generation to get to know the characters.
Yeah.
And it's not just that; it's like it makes it more fun and whimsical. It's not like there's not these big plot lines like regular Teen
That's what I
Titans. Was
liked.
them fighting people, and it was like
Yeah.
this huge story, on the line of like the Batman the animated series. But it's just it's fun, Batman Robin still is in love with Starfire, and there's all that stuff. Jessica, do you watch it? You said you love it. Were you just kidding, or do you actually watch it?
No, I actually seen the cover of it.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
extent.
that's about
That's the
it.
extent.
So you're
That's like,
basically an
the-
expert.
So
I basically am an expert. Oh, I saw the Robin costume. It was
Yeah.
really cool. That's
Are
about
they
it.
doing a
They're-
live action Teen Titans? I think they are. I've heard of that.
You should just X me out of this.
no, that reminds me of something that Pierce used to say, Jessica, where he was like. You can't judge a book by its cover. You have to read the summary on the back first. That's a Baby Michael type of thing to say. Well, I guess I can't call him Baby Michael anymore.
No, he's not a baby
He's not
anymore.
teenage Michael.
That's a little
Teenager.
younger Michael thing to say.
He's friggin' way taller than I am.
How tall is he now?
Friggin-
Probably taller than me.
He's
now.
like 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, that's taller than me. I mean,
No, you're
that's my height.
yeah. You're at least 5'9".
He has a size 12 shoe.
Cheese and rice, and he's 5'9".
So he'll
He's not
probably be
very-
6 foot something.
Yeah, he's ginormous.
So, on Hulu, sometimes I just stream through stuff. I really like watching docs. That's documentaries. To
Oh, me too.
us hip folk.
Oh,
Um,
thought you meant
but-
doctors.
Phil. But there's this thing called Batman and Bill. Have you guys ever heard of it? Probably not, because
Mm-mm.
I watched.
I haven't.
Anyway, I really didn't even really want to watch it, but I did. One day I was just really bored, and I clicked on it. So, Bob Kane is known as the creator of Batman, right?
Mhm.
And it's been that forever since Batman started. Bob Kane has been the creator. Well, this guy did some digging, and it wasn't actually Bob Kane by himself. There was another guy who contributed to making Batman from the very, very beginning, and he contributed to the design. He's like the one who created like the dark and the cowl and the dark clothing and everything. He made a deal with Bob Kane, I guess, to continue writing, because he's like the writer too. He created like the Riddler, he created Robin, the backstory of Batman, the backstory of Robin. He created like all these people, and he never got notoriety ever. And so this guy who's making the documentary just wanted to dig into the backstory and got all this information about Bob Kane and how much not Bob Kane, this guy named Bill Finger, who I haven't told you yet, and how much he contributed to creating Batman. And he's trying to get justice for Bill, basically. So he goes on this journey trying to trace his lineage and stuff, because nobody can contest something like that unless it's family.
Yeah.
So he's trying to trace back his lineage, and he finds out that he had a son named Freddie, but his son turned out to be gay. So he was like, I guess that's a dead end. And then he found like one of his nephews and was like, why don't you contact his granddaughter, because I guess his gay son had like a daughter, and the granddaughter was still alive, so they ended up finding the granddaughter. And then he, like, if you guys watch Batman versus Superman, that was the very first time. Spoiler, by the way, that was the very first time it was keyed up there. So Batman created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. and he actually got credit, like changed history. So even like anytime Batman's ever mentioned now, it'll say Batman is a
So
character.
what you're telling me is Freddy's last name is Finger.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. We need to start a campaign to get him credit for Freddy Got Fingered because it's instrumental.
They used to.
Is that where this was all
You
heading?
said the name. That's what I thought of.
It's absolutely true though, 100%. I didn't just make that up. His son's name is Freddy Finger. We got to get him credit for that. Though. We need to start a new campaign.
Yeah.
We'll do a new video, and quest for Bill to get credit for Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah, they totally stole his name
I know.
for that movie.
It's ridiculous.
But now, I mean, that movie sucks. So I don't think he'd want credit.
It
There's
really
a movie.
does suck.
There's a movie with what's that guy? Tom Green. Tom Green was Freddy and Freddy got. Or wait, no. Tom Green was Freddy's brother and Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah.
But there's a movie with Tom Green in it called Stealing Harvard. Have you guys seen it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's old.
Yeah. Jessica remembers it. It's on. Is it on Hulu? It's on one. It's on something. I watched it recently, but I actually like that movie a lot. It's a good movie. It's super funny, and Tom Green's really funny too. I know like a lot of people don't like him, but in that movie he's super funny. Like, his friend asked him for money, and he's like, I'm not liquid, John. I'm not liquid. But it just doesn't make any sense. It's just, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I got on Hulu. Jessica, you have Hulu. Is there anything else you got?
No, I just watch the old shows. So I mainly watch like Lucy and stuff. I don't watch any of the new stuff really,
I Love
unless there's
Lucy
like a
and Stuff.
documentary out.
I
But
Love Lucy, you said?
yeah, but I watch a lot of the documentaries on Netflix more so.
What kind of documentaries? You watch like the Prince? I watched that a lot.
We watch Drugs Inc. a lot. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
What's it about?
It's about people who do drugs and like pretty much going into their world and seeing how it works. Like people who sell drugs and they make drugs and distribute it, and like and the evil things they do to get rid of the other drug people. Like they find them and beat them up, and it's really creepy because they have like masks on the entire time and they have their voices like really creepy. So it gives me nightmares. It gives me
That
like
sounds
insane
scary.
nightmares.
It's real though. I mean, what kind of real dealer would let it?
Yeah.
Follow him around?
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Like, if they knew where these drug dealers were and it was that easy to find them, wouldn't the cops find them? Like, it makes no sense. But it's really creepy. It's a creepy show.
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't have Hulu.
well, you're gonna have it pretty soon. And Netflix. Look, do my Netflix account. All right, so we're gonna move on to our last thing. The last thing that I have anyway, which is Facebook memories. So every week I have these, or I go through and I look at my Facebook memories, which I'm sure you guys have now.
Oh, yes.
But before, I'm pretty upset that they used to have like the memory button on the bottom, and then they removed it with the newer updates. So you have to wait until it pops up on your feed. But I have some Facebook memories that I want to show you.
Okay.
Let's get it put up on the screen. Let's get the first one put up on the screen.
It's there.
So,
Be rebellious and romantic.
so be rebellious and romantic. So it shows a guy selling oranges and flowers. And see, this is such like a California because after I moved, I could find this up when I was in Las Vegas. But what happened to the good old days when there was a Mexican guy on the off ramp reminding you it was a holiday and selling you flowers. Now I'm just a jerk with no flowers who forgets every special occasion.
That's good. That's why I used to get my Easter baskets for my kids. They're pretty much screwed now.
I know. You pull off the off ramp, and then you have someone right there giving you some flowers and reminding
For
you.
$1.
And some fruits.
This is obviously because of Valentine's Day. It doesn't show when it was because of the screenshot that I took, but I posted that a couple years ago. And here's another one that I posted. Let's see when it comes up. This is Valentine's Day.
Alright, that's up. Side chicks.
So The other one I have is side chicks are getting leftover Halloween candy for Valentine's Day. Why you giving me ghost-shaped candy? Me, 'cause you my boo.
Right below it, fuck you, piano tiles.
So I didn't share that one, but right below it says "fuck you, piano tiles." So what happened was on that one,
What happened was.
what had happened was my piano tiles app said having a lonely weekend or something like that, or are you alone this weekend? Come play with me or whatever. And
Oh,
it
God.
was right before, but it was right before the Valentine's Day weekend, and it was just like rubbing it in my face that I was alone that Valentine's Day.
Depressing.
Freaking jerk app.
Jessica's the main person now, somehow. There you go.
Jessica, for that one, you're actually one person who liked my my status.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Well, next week, I'll have more of those Facebook memories, and maybe Jessica will.
I have some good faces.
But I will have Hulu.
Yes. So we're gonna talk about what you're streaming. I'm gonna find a new thing, so I'll probably maybe start looking at Altered Carbon. If we go watch Black Panther this week, we'll talk about it next week or during our next show. So, who has an idea for the beer of next week? So at BYOB, bring your own beer this week. But next week, if you want to pick something, we'll rotate.
You know, I'm a Bloody Mary kind of girl, or red beer.
How do you wait? What do you do for red beer?
I just put Bloody Mary mix in my beer.
What kind of beer though?
Mostly like Budweiser. I like dark beers.
Do you know? Wait, that's Budweiser's not a dark beer.
Well, it tastes dark.
So, Budweiser was the nation's #1 beer forever, and it actually dropped down.
I don't think I've had Budweiser or Heineken.
I think it's dropped down to 3 or 4. It might be 4th place now.
What's
So,
number 1?
Bud Light is number 1. Coors Light's number 2.
Ew.
I believe Miller Light's number 3,
I
and
don't have
Budweiser.
Miller either.
Or these two are switched. But you don't like Coors Light?
Tastes like water.
I drink Coors Light, so after hockey, I'll drink it. It's super low carb, so that's probably why I drink it. But after hockey, I drink it.
Well, I think that next week we should drink San Miguel, which is a Filipino beer.
Filipino?
I have Filipino heritage, so I think it would be good. Plus, they have really nice bottles. They're really interesting looking. So.
Okay, so we're doing a Filipino style.
We'll let Pierce choose the first one. You'll go with your red beer next one, and then I'll be the third one, because I think that's roughly going to be St. Patty's Day. That's
green beer.
When is that day?
17. Come on. That's like my favorite holiday, you know?
Yeah, I barely remember birthdays.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys next week. All the viewers watching, thank you. Put in comments what you want to see us do next week. If you have any beer recommendations, any TV show recommendations, make sure you put them in there, especially if it's Netflix. So,
yes, you can watch them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See y'all guys.
Bye.
Bye.